Hey, it's Allison. Welcome to my little film. So today I wanted to share how I take care of my beloved cactuses. Truly, they have become just one of my favorite things. I just love them. They're adorable. They really brighten up any space and they're so quirky looking, and I think they're a really special plant. So I have quite the collection, and over the past couple years, ever since I bought my first cactus or succulent, I've kind of learned how to care for them the best. Because at first, when I first got them, it was kind of frustrating because I would buy them and get really excited and they would die just because I didn't really know properly how to take care of it, which is kind of embarrassing because they have a very indestructible nature. I mean, they're one of the strongest plants and easiest to take care of, so it is kind of embarrassing when you buy one and it dies. So I'm gonna help you prevent that from happening. So I keep my cactuses in my windowsill. I have them lined up really close because I only have one window in my room, and where my room is in my apartment, it's pretty good for cactuses because it's not direct light. Even though my actual apartment is like the sun is beating down on it, my room kind of is hidden a little bit by another wall, so they don't get direct sunlight, which is good for them because surprisingly enough, direct sunlight can be a little too much. And you definitely don't want to put these in direct sunlight outside too. I would put my cactuses outside in indirect sunlight, but I do love them in my room, so I just keep them on my windowsill and they have been just fine. Again, I open my blinds every day so they get plenty of sunlight, but you don't have to have them outside, which is one of my favorite things about these plants because lots of other plants you do need to keep them outside or they will not survive. So that's a plus, but again, make sure they get some sunlight. Indirect is great, but again, that's another thing you'll just have to test because different plants will react in different ways, and it depends how healthy the plant is when you initially buy it, because unfortunately you might pick out one that's not going to make it all the way, just like other things. So it'll be trial and error again, but definitely indirect sunlight is the best, and if you can keep it outside, they'll love that heat, but if you can't, that's okay. So when it comes to watering the cactuses, what I do is once a week, I set a little reminder on my phone and I take this spray bottle and I simply just spray them. I really saturate them quite a bit, and I probably do that. My finger gets a little tired because I do that for a couple minutes, because when I bought my succulents and cactuses, I bought them from a greenhouse and I noticed that that's how they water them. They water it from sprinklers, overhead sprinklers, rather than just pouring water into them. So I kind of picked that up, and that has really worked well for me because overwatering a cactus is probably the most common way of killing it. And that's a tricky thing to do too, because you'll see the soil and it'll look so dry and you'll be so tempted to water it, but hold off, because they're used to not having water all the time. So that's one of the biggest things you need to be aware of. But some of the succulents I notice will need more water than others. And in that case, I'll just pour water at the top out of a glass and then I'll let it drain. If you are planting your cactus into a pot, I definitely recommend putting rocks on the bottom of the pot. That way it'll be much quicker to drain because the water will get stuck in the soil and the plant will be trying to push it out because it doesn't want any more, but it'll have no place to go. So definitely add some rocks to the bottom of your pot and planter. Or if you have a pot see this guy, I didn't put him in a pot yet, so he's just in his original plastic container with the holes on the bottom. And what I'll do is I will put a deeper plate. I'll put water into that plate and I'll set this guy onto the plate, and that way the plant can just suck up all the water it wants. So it can choose how much it wants and how much it doesn't want. So that's a little trick that my grandma taught me actually. And a little clue that these guys will give you, because again, these plants, they're kind of hard to read. It's like they're a newborn and they can't talk and you're just trying to pick up signals. So one way that these plants will cry to you is you can feel the leaves. So in this guy, like obviously you're not going to feel the cactus because you will hurt yourself. But if you have a succulent that you can touch, if the leaves are feeling soft, they probably need some more water and sunlight. But if they're feeling pretty strong like this, you're doing a good job. And another signal you'll find is that if the leaves are getting kind of brown and brittle and falling off, that's normal for them to shed some leaves. But if that's happening, they probably need more sunlight. Or no, if that's happening, they have too much sunlight and not enough water. So those are just a few little signals you can pick up, but overall they are really strong plants. So if you don't have the brightest green thumb, that's okay. I definitely encourage you to purchase one and brighten up your space. Actually, I read that green things inspire creativity, so definitely recommend having this in your workplace, your room, your kitchen, anywhere where you could use some more inspiration. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be sure to add a link to my website below because I plan on writing about how I take care of these plants, if that's a little easier to understand than me just rambling, because I get really excited talking about them because they truly are one of my favorite things. Just one of those quirky things that someone just loves. They're my favorite. So I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And don't forget to water your cactus, but not too much. Bye.